The network science community has looked at hundreds of networks, and at this stage I'll be very surprised if somebody would come along with a network architecture that emerges in a natural setting, either technological or biological or social systems, that would be drastically different from what we have seen. I mean, in a way, we have reached the point of saying the network topology is not anymore the question. It's a question how you map it out, how you utilize it. But there won't be any major surprises regarding the structure. We think we understand that. Now, doesn't mean that the science is over, because there's lots of other questions that one needs to ask about the networks. But when it comes to the structure elements, we understand it. Now, let me give an example of what it means that the structure elements are common. If you go into Suburbia these days, you find lots of houses. They have different color, they have different shape, they have different size. They probably have different prices as well, with different amenities. So at the outset, they look very different. But down the line, from the architecture perspective, they're all the same. They gotta have a door, they gotta have a window, they gotta have a base, the marble basement, the roof, and so on. So architecturally, if you ignore the details, the color, the decoration, and things like that, it's designed based on the same principle. Whether it's a palace or a small house, roughly uses the same architectural components. And that's what we see in the networks. Now, that doesn't mean that you go into a new house, you would not be surprised about it, or you would not enjoy it overly, or you don't like it. So the diversity is still there between the houses. And you could still always be surprised by seeing a house that you have never seen and seeing solutions that you have never seen. But architecturally, there won't be new surprise about how the house looks like. That's the same for networks. So we think there are lots of other networks that people will discover and create one. The Twitter network is a relatively new network. We're creating new networks on not on a daily basis, but on a monthly basis. But surprisingly, the Twitter network has exactly the same structure as many other networks had before.